Hello and welcome to the Fisher Cube solution. I'm going to do a calm, methodical, simple explanation on how to do this puzzle, because I've been looking at videos on YouTube and there are so many of them for this puzzle particularly where everybody goes really fast. They explain as if you already know what you're doing and you're just watching somebody else do the solution. You know, they're strange, some very strange videos. Anyway, this is the Fisher Cube, and the Fisher Cube looks deceptively like a normal 3x3 Rubik's Cube. At the heart, that's exactly what it is, but if you compare to a standard 3x3 Rubik's Cube, then you would get the idea that, for example, this here is a centre square. Now you know on a 3x3 Rubik's Cube that as you do all your twists, your centre squares never move, and all you're doing is rotating colours around the centre squares. With this one, it's exactly the same. If you take this apart and have a look at the framework inside it, you'll see that it is a standard 3x3 Rubik's Cube, but your centre square isn't here. Your centre square is here, and this means that that is a side. So this side has two colours on it. So if we have a look around the puzzle, if we consider the white side to be the top of the puzzle and the yellow side to be the bottom, it should match. If you've got different brands, it should match, but this top turns like a standard Rubik's Cube, and the white side is a side like you would like you would turn on a normal cube. The yellow side on the bottom is also a standard side, and it's a flat surface on the top and the bottom, like that. But your sides to the puzzle turn like this. They are triangular, pyramidy sort of shapes, and your centre square is here. So, for example, on a normal Rubik's Cube, there is this series of 4 twists that you do over and over again at the beginning of the puzzle and then right at the end as well. So it's down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right. To do that on this puzzle, you're going to go like this. You're going to go down, left, up, right, and you can see already that I'm having to be a bit careful holding this, because as you start to do those turns, the rest of the cube starts to sort of move around in the wrong places on its own. So we're going to go down, left, up, right, being really careful to line up these sides to know that we've done one twist. It's very easy to do too many twists, or think you're going to turn it a quarter twist and you end up turning it a half twist by mistake, or even turning it less than a full twist, and you suddenly realise that you can't rotate the puzzle anymore because the pieces aren't lined up. So with that in mind, the solution to this puzzle is the same solution as a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. So this is the standard 7-step solution to a Rubik's Cube that a beginner would normally use. You're going to follow this exact same solution with the Fisher Cube, only when you make the first cross and when you make your cross on the top layer, there's something different that you need to be doing. So let's crack on. Okay, and as you know, because you know how to solve a standard Rubik's Cube, right, you're going to make your cross. I'm going to just move that piece actually just to make this a better demonstration. You're going to need to make your cross, and I'm going to do the white side because the white side has a single colour centre square. So the way that you do your cross is that you take the appropriate pieces and you turn them up to be on the right side. So we know that this piece is in the right place because we've got our centre square lined up here and we've got our centre square lined up here. Or so you think. In actual fact, the centre square has 2 colours on, so therefore we've got to be careful to line these up. So I'm going to turn this piece here to the bottom. I'm going to move it onto a different side, and because you can see that the green and the orange, the green is on the left, I'm going to just turn that to the side, and I'm going to rotate this side so my green is on the left, and then I'm going to turn it back, and now I'm going to turn it up like that. So you need this extra level of care on the first stage of the puzzle, which is make your cross, but make sure that your colours on your centre squares on the different sides are the same way around. So let's just quickly do this. Here is my orange and my blue. Obviously the orange and the blue isn't matching, so I'm going to turn my orange somewhere, my orange and blue piece, get it out of the way. So on the bottom row, move it to the side and turn my centre square to that way up, turn the bottom piece back to match, and then rotate it back to the top. And now two of my cross pieces are in position. Here is my cross piece for my, oh that's okay, that's handy, that's already lined up. And now we're going to do the last one, and the last one is the blue and the red, and that is going to be somewhere, where is it? There it is. So I'm going to do my standard Rubik's Cube moves to get that cross piece there onto the bottom. I'm going to rotate it around, and again you can see that if I just turn that up to the top, this piece is upside down, so we just use the standard Rubik's notation to put it into place. And now this piece doesn't match, so I'm going to move it to the bottom, rotate it across, rotate this one 90 degrees, put my piece back, rotate it back to the top. Okay, and I messed one up there, didn't I? So I'm just going to turn that back. There. So now I've made my cross. So that is the first of the two big differences between the standard cube and the Fisher cube. When you're making your cross, make sure that the corners on the sides are also lined up appropriately, like that. Okay, so here we are, we've done the cross, we've got our centre squares all aligned with our cross squares, and it's time to move the corners into place. Now bear in mind of course that this is your cross, so these are your corners here. This is actually quite straightforward because there are only two colours per piece instead of three, and it's going to be the same process as you would do on a normal cube. So we're going to move down, we're going to move the bottom across, up, bottom goes back, down, across, up, back, down, across, up, back, and so on until your piece fits on the top row. So you do all four corners in the usual way. And there is the top row done. Now you'll notice while you're doing this top row, it's really easy to misjudge which pieces go where, what a quarter turn or a half turn actually looks like. But it's going to be, if we just try and do this piece here, if we do the, see this is wrong, that needs to be lined up there, there we go, turn down, left, up, right. I'm holding the top two rows in place. And I'm trying desperately not to move any side of the puzzle you know, by mistake, because it's really easy to do it with this one. And you can see how the pieces are sort of lining up with that middle row, and then hopefully I think this is the end. Yeah, there we go, and we're back where we started. So that is your top row. So now we move on and we do the second layer. Now the second layer is a lot easier to do on this cube than it would be on a standard one, because you can see that your middle pieces, these cross pieces, only have one colour on, so it's really obvious which piece goes where. So this blue piece, for example, goes here, and then what we would do is we would use the standard Rubik's Cube algorithms to move this piece from there to there. But of course it's only got one colour on it, so you could, if you wanted to, move it to here and then move it from there to there, so whichever way you want to do it. So we'll do that. and that's our blue piece moved into place. And again, you just follow the standard Rubik's Cube algorithms to do that second layer. So now you come to the other thing that you need to know about this puzzle, which is the only other thing now that's different to the 3x3. As you know, from your normal solutions to a 3x3 cube, you're looking for the pattern on the top row. You could have a straight line, you could have an L shape, you could have a cross. We've got the straight line here, so we do the usual algorithm. And now we've got the cross. Now, if that's the case for you, then that's absolutely perfect, and all you're going to do is carry on doing the standard Rubik's Cube solution all the way to the end, and then that's it, you're done, you've solved the puzzle. Okay, and this is what you can get, which you won't get on a normal 3x3 cube. This is what they call parity. You try as you might to make your cross, and one of your pieces is the wrong way up, like this. Now this is the tricky bit, but it's actually quite straightforward when you get used to what you do. And what you're going to do is you're going to solve the puzzle anyway, and what you're going to try and do is follow the normal 3x3 solution, and in this case get this wrong piece that is obviously sticking upwards. Imagine that that piece is the right way round, and just solve the puzzle like you would normally do, and you'll end up with the puzzle solved with one wrong piece the wrong way up, like this. You just get to the end and you've got this one piece wrong. So what are we going to do with that one piece? We're going to learn one more algorithm. Now this is actually not that difficult. It's a long one, but it's quite it's got a pattern to it, it's quite repetitive. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold the puzzle with your wrong piece. This is your solved puzzle with your wrong piece to the right hand side. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn the right hand side up, and then turn the top clockwise, to the right hand side down, and then the top anti-clockwise. Now the next four moves are the same but with a different last turn, so it's right up, top clockwise, right down, but then the top clockwise again. And that leaves you with this situation. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn the whole puzzle 90 degrees anti-clockwise, like that. So now we're looking at it this way around, and now you're doing a similar algorithm, but it's upside down. So you go right down, top anti-clockwise, right up, top clockwise, right down, top anti-clockwise, right up. And what that's done is it's messed up your top. It's messed up your solved puzzle, because now you've got wrong pieces. But you'll notice that your cross is in place, which is what you wanted. So these two pieces are actually in the right place and just the wrong way up. So now you just do the last stage of the puzzle again. So it's down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right. Then we're going to rotate this around, and then we're going to go down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, here we go, left, up, and straighten out your three layers, and there you go, that's your puzzle solved. So to recap, your centre squares are here and here as normal on the top and the bottom, but at the sides your centre square is here, here and here. So, and here. So the first thing you need to be doing is, as you do your first cross, make sure your centre squares are lined up the correct way round to match your cross. Then you go through the whole solution as you would normally do, and when you get to your top layer, just keep in mind that one of these pieces might be sticking up wrong, and if it is, carry on as normal and then do that last algorithm right at the end. I hope that's been a clearer solution than the ones I've certainly seen online. I think this is one of those puzzles where people start explaining it on YouTube and they get carried away and just start going really, really fast and talking about algorithms really quickly and so on. So if you found this helpful, please give us a like and a subscribe and ring that notification bell and all that sort of thing, and hopefully see you on another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.